What is happening every day is the screens are going up. New people are walking in. You have ingredients every day. You have to go out and touch them every day. And you have to tell to every person, strangers, every day, repeat it, I love you. How are you today? And this is a person who can't see you. This is drama. Drama in the kitchen, applause in the people's heart. I'm like, this is art. And this can't be written in stone. It's changing every morning. At that time, I went off to England because there was a little difficult time in my life and I wanted to get away. And I was at a time mentally when I didn't want to give much, or whatever I gave to, I wanted that much back, which we all of us have learned in life. That's not very true of human relationships, because you don't all, it's not, can't be measured. You can't always get back what you give, and always sometimes you can't give back as much as you get. So, to make, I thought, life less complex, I made it more complex. I had a choice of studying theatre and I had a choice of going into a cookery school. I realized that I had given to theatre so much that it had drained me. I was at that time a little aloof and angry at theatre. So I decided to walk into a cookery school and I chose for myself, all my fault, Le Cordon Bleu in London, which is the premium French cookery school in the world. You either are good or you don't survive there. It's that kind of place. They have old-fashioned French techniques. You are taught to cook without machines so that a cordon bleu cook can cook anywhere in the world. And I met a lot of other losers, a lot of other dreamers, a lot of other crazy people who had given up and said, you know, I'm going to plunge. I'll either die here or I'll come out of it. A lot of us were disillusioned with whatever we've been doing. Engineers, doctors, real chefs. People who walked in there and said, I'm going to put myself through this grind. I'm not here to win a popularity contest. I'm not here to start a relationship. Because it's highly, highly competitive. Our chefs are the best Michelin chefs in London. And you do not survive if you are not good enough from day to day. The treachery of everyday ingredients, burnt, cast, bruised, a matter of honor. Food becomes a matter of honor. I am surviving because I'm good. And I went in from India, an Indian background, which had no idea of making a roast on Sunday afternoon. And there were my classmates turning out pancakes for beef Wellington. I'm like, what is beef Wellington? I've eaten it. I can make your mutton curry. Doesn't work in Le Cordon Bleu. So it was almost like a reality check. I thought it's just a cookery school. I'm going to walk in, cook a bit. I've always cooked. I had a little restaurant even before I went into be a chef because I always loved food. And I realized it is not just a cookery school. It is a battlefield. It's a school training for battle. But I learned something. I learned honor. This is one thing you have to do every time. I'm here standing cooking. I should have the guts to say, please eat it. Because I'm standing and cooking for you. Let's get on with this because I have to cook if you have to eat. So it was tough, let me tell you. It's not an easy life. Anyway, it's not easy life being a cook, but it's not easy life being anything at all in this world. So why am I asking for sympathy? But it wasn't easy, and especially from someone who went from a non-trained cooking background. I'm not saying interested in cooking. You see how we have wrapped all the dates in the zucchini. We are simply going to fry it out. And then when you taste it, you will see the beautiful mixture of flavors. And it was a journey of discovery, a journey to find myself. We worked very hard. I started doing both cuisine and patisserie. That is the cuisine part and the pastry part at the same time till I realized by the time I reached intermediate that I was going to fail. So I almost went to my head chef and I said, can I drop a year, go work in a real kitchen, come back and study again? And he said, if you back out once, you never come back. Once you run away from the battlefield, you never have the guts or the nerves to come back and face it again. If you have a fear or a phobia, go face it. He was good. His name was Jan Barod. He's still there. He's still head of cuisine. He still cycles to school and back. He's still a very passionate guy. They're all there. And we had crazy characters. For example, there was Chef Frank in English. And he loved showing off, especially to new students. So the first basic class, we all study out with our notebooks, and he says, guys, this is how we chop it. And he's looking at us and he goes, chop, 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 chop. We're like, chef, you're fit. Please keep quiet, I know what I'm doing. Chop, 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 chop. Chef, please keep quiet, I know what I'm doing. Chop, chop, and chopped his fingers. He was rushed to hospital, the class ended, but it showed us that sometimes, even when we know what you're doing, even if I'm doing this every day, I can still burn this. There is no last word in this line. Never, ever. The next day, Chef Michael walked in and said, guys, let me be frank. We said, no, please stay, Michael, don't be frank. So this kept happening to us all the time. And we had Chef Christoph. And he used to always sing a horrible song. I have never heard this. I think some of you have heard this song. I am so pretty, so witty, so beautiful am I. He used to sing that song. And one day we were having a condolence meeting. We were announced that we were having a condolence meeting for one of our chefs who had passed away. And everybody at a certain time had to get downstairs for the meeting. So the fire alarm went, which was the sign. We all went down. Chef, can we go? Chef, can we go? He said, go, I'm coming. So we went. And the condolence meeting had started. Let me get a dish. The condolence meeting had started. And we went down, and it was total silence. Everybody standing there, total silence. And down the stairs come a voice. I'm so pretty, so witty. We could be dead. Miss Gray, the principal, just stood there, and the last step he came down. So what? That was the end of it, a song. I think he didn't sing for about a month after that, which was quite a relief, let me tell you. But we had amazing characters whom we met. Because why do these characters come in here? There's something my chef used to say, lose about a person who wants to go into a kitchen and cook all his life, or a life. There is. I say we are people addicted to pleasure. I want to keep repeating this again and again. It's not good enough for me. I want some more. I want some more. I want to. Just a moment. Shiji, you're going to fry it? Finish frying this up. Sorry, go. It's still on, eh? Don't let it burn. I wanted to read something to you. Why I used to ask, is French cooking so convoluted? Why do we have to go through? Because I was at that time of my life was looking for simple answers. We all are at a time of life. Black, white, nothing else. I made a mess of my life. I need a black and white answer. And Asli, my Norwegian friends here, they're doing an art exhibition here, which just ended on the 15th, I think. They gave me this beautiful book on snowflakes. And I wanted to read it, Elizabeth, because I might get the words wrong. It's just a little haiku, but it told me something. It says, God, I don't have my glasses. I'll read it anyway. Never make anything simple and efficient when a way can be found to make it complex and wonderful. Why make life simple? So I got literally interested in making my life complicated, which I did. Relationships with chefs, with working with people. I need more red wine on this side. And we also faced a lot of, sexism. Please remember that when I was in Cordon Bleu, it is still a new line for women to be in. And it's not just there. Sexism doesn't just come from men. It comes from women too. But we faced the usual ones. We were at Harrods, the big departmental store, where we were working for the kitchen section to demonstrate some of their stuff, some of the equipment. So we were supposed to go in for Cordon Bleu students and demonstrate some things. So I and my friend Elizabeth from America, she was a blonde, I was the brunette, and we both were doing the canapes. So we worked the whole night putting prawn on chocolate and avocado with cream and stuff like that, little tiny things. And the boys, of course, Guy and Noam, were doing the beef and the meat. Very manual. So they walked in, they had their station, we had our station, and the first thing that Guy and Noam said, why do you girls bother? Just put on your mascara, put on your lipstick, take off your top button and you're done. After we worked the whole night. You know what we said? We went into one of those grand washrooms that Harrods has. Really grand washroom, we don't want to come out of the washroom. We put on our mascara, we put on our lipstick, and we took a button off. And we came back and we stood at our station and said, sir, would you like some prawn with chocolate? They were sold out in an hour, the boys were still trying to sell. You see, this is packaging and using what you do. Now this was all very nice, very pleasant. Also in school, I found some connections which unnerved me. You know the story of Theseus, the Greek hero, who went into a labyrinth or a maze to kill a giant or something. And his love Ariane gave him a ball of thread and said, as you go through the maze, keep on spooling the ball of thread so that when you come out, you can follow the ball of thread and come back to where I'm waiting for you. In a way, I realized that as I was searching, I was unspooling my ball of thread because suddenly at times, I wasn't trying to find my way back. No way. I had broken out. I had 3 piercings on my ears. I was going in for a tattoo. I had like really broken out. Suddenly, I would find Ariane standing there at the end of the thread when I was least expecting. This happened in class once or twice when we used to cook a lot of food, which any cookery school has to do. You have to do a minimum of 4 portions each person. You can't eat it. You can't take that much home. We never used to cook. We had to throw away, unfortunately, a lot of food. That is also because of the laws in England where you cannot just hand anybody food if you have it extra. If the person gets poisoned, you're sued and you're killed. So nobody even wants to give it to anyone. They want to throw the food away. Even if you want to, you have good intentions, you can't do it. So we used to throw a lot of food away. I had just one problem. A very Indian, deep ingrained thing. I can't throw rice away. I can't throw rice into the drain. That's what I've been taught from childhood. There's something odd. We never throw rice away. Even if it's gone bad, we make a porridge out of it or something. Rice in the dustbin is a very bad memory for us Indians. I used to put my rice aside, whatever we cooked, leaving it for the kitchen porters to clear out the next day, or when they came in to clean the kitchens at night. I realized that there was somebody else who used to do it. My friend Daniel Garcia. He came from Argentina. Chef one day called us both and said, what is this? You don't want to clean your own space? I said, Chef, I have a problem throwing rice away. He said, I'm sorry, even I have a problem throwing rice away. The amount I cook here in a week can keep a family in my country going for months. Food, politics. One person from India, one person from Argentina, and we can't throw our rice away. Ariane standing there at the end of the thread when I least expected it. I'm like, I need to run. I don't want to see this anymore. I need to go be wild, be something. You know? We, in fact, got a little wild when we were straight away plunged into our work atmosphere. We were, in fact, I will come back to this. I need to read this. We were, in fact, looking for our Ithaca. You know where Ithaca is the land we are all going to? And this is our journey. This looks lovely. What's the more?